All right, let's talk about one of the biggest and maybe one of the scariest words in all of finance, mortgages. But you know what? We're going to do it a little differently today. We're going to explain it all using monkeys.
So it really all boils down to this one simple question. How does a regular monkey, an everyday normal monkey, buy the treehouse they've always dreamed of? At first, it just seems kind of impossible, doesn't it?
Well, to figure that out, we've got to introduce our hero and his big dream, which is really more of a grand quest for the perfect coconut house. Okay, so meet Monkey. And his dream? It's pretty simple, but it's also a really big deal to him. See, he's not looking for just any old branch to hang out on. No. He wants the good stuff. We're talking a premium, top-of-the-canopy, super rare and valuable coconut house. It's basically the ultimate status symbol in the jungle.
But, there's always a catch, right? Here's the problem. Monkey has these huge dreams, but his banana savings account, it's looking a little light. He just doesn't have that giant pile of stones he needs to buy the house outright.
And get this, to make things even tougher, he can't just wait around for an inheritance. His parents are still alive, pesky parents. So yeah, he is completely on his own for this one.
So just when it feels like all hope is lost, this mysterious and honestly kind of terrifying solution appears out of nowhere. It's called the Death Pledge. So what is this Death Pledge? Well, it has another name, one you've probably heard before. It's a mortgage.
And yeah, that's not just a scary nickname we made up. The word mortgage literally comes from Old French, and it means death pledge. I know it sounds super grim, right? Like a pledge you're stuck with until you die. But is it actually that scary?
Let's break it down, because it's not nearly as bad as it sounds. Really, a mortgage is just a special kind of loan. The bank gives our monkey a giant pile of stones right now to buy the house, and in return, he just promises to pay it all back, piece by piece, over a really, really long time. Okay, but it's not that easy. The bank isn't just going to hand over all those stones on a silver platter. No. First, Monkey has to prove he's serious. He's got to come up with what's called a deposit.
Think about it from the bank's perspective, right? The Capuchin Bank. They're not in the business of just giving away money. They need to see that Monkey has some skin in the game, that he is a reliable monkey who knows how to save. They want to see that he's got some stones of his own before they lend him theirs.
So how many stones are we talking about? Usually, the bank is looking for something in the ballpark of 10 to 20% of the house's total price. And boom, just like that, this becomes Monkey's first huge savings goal.
So how in the world does he pull it off? It comes down to one thing: discipline. We're talking working overtime, foraging for extra bananas, saying no to those flashy, expensive vines he's been eyeing, and just saving every single stone he can get his hands on.
All right, so he's done it. His deposit is saved, his death pledge is pre-approved, and now Monkey is finally ready for the next phase. He's about to enter the real estate market. And folks, welcome to the jungle.
And I'm not kidding, this is where things get absolutely wild. The jungle housing market is pure chaos. It's fast, it's super competitive, it is definitely not for the faint of heart.
And here's the core of the problem, the reason it's so insane. It's a classic case of supply and demand. You've got way more monkeys looking for a house than you have actual coconut houses available. It's that simple.
So what do you think happens when, say, 10 different monkeys all decide they have to have the exact same perfect coconut house? The one with the killer view?
Well, what happens is a fight. It leads to the final battle for the prize, the ultimate showdown, the great auction. The auction kicks off, and it is absolute madness. Monkeys are just shouting out bids left and right. Our hero, Monkey, he starts things off with a solid 100 stones, but bam, a rival monkey immediately jumps in with 110. The pressure is on big time.
But Monkey isn't backing down. He fires right back, 120 stones. He's not going to let his dream slip away that easily. You could cut the tension in the air with a banana peel.
The bids just keep flying back and forth, higher and higher. Someone else yells 140. Our hero, he's clutching that pre-approval from the Capuchin Bank, and he makes his final, boldest move yet, 150 stones. And just like that, the whole jungle goes silent.
And then you hear it. Sold! He got it! He actually did it! The auctioneer points right at him and says, the winner is the monkey with the death pledge. It was that loan, that mortgage that gave him the power to win. He finally has his coconut house.
So that kind of leaves us with a big question, doesn't it?
That name, Death Pledge. It sounds like some kind of scary monster hiding in the closet. But when you look at Monkey's story, maybe it's just a misunderstood tool. A really powerful and, yeah, maybe intimidating key that lets you unlock a dream you just couldn't reach otherwise. So, what do you think?